morning, students. So this is P. Srinivas, Assistant Professor in Department of AI, Indian Institute of Technology and Science. So here I am handling microprocessor and microcontroller subject. So in the previous classes, we already discussed some topics of Unit 1 and the Part 1 of Unit 1. In this, we have discussed the 8086 architecture. In that, we have discussed the functional block diagram, that is architecture, and various registers, that is general purpose registers, pointer registers, index registers, segment registers, and flag registers. And also we have discussed the memory segmentation, and after that we have discussed the signal descriptions of 8086 microprocessor. So where the 8086 microprocessor is having 40-pin IC. The 8086 microprocessor is operating in two modes, that is minimum mode and maximum mode. So all these 40 pins, out of all these 40 pins, they are categorized into three different signals. Out of 40, 32 signals are having the common functions in both minimum and maximum mode, and 8 pins are having the separate functions in minimum mode and separate function in maximum mode. So up till the last class we have discussed these topics. The next topic is physical memory organization. So now to clear understanding of this physical memory organization, I would like to review those two topics, that is about the memory segmentation, physical address calculation of the 8086 memory. So as we know that the 8086 microprocessor is having 20-bit address bus. So because of this 20-bit address bus, the 8086 microprocessor can access 1 megabyte memory locations, that is 10,48,576 locations. Each location can store 1 byte data, that is store 8-bit data. So this complete 1 megabyte memory location is divided into different segments. We are having so many advantages of segmentation which we already discussed. So as per that, this complete 1 megabyte memory location divided into some 16 segments, different parts of segments. Each segment is having 64 kilobytes of memory locations. So 64 kilobytes into 16, that becomes 1 megabyte. So each segment is having 64 kilobytes. So the segments may be used to store data, and we use to store some code, which are nothing but programs, and to store some important information. So according to that, there are 4 segments are available. Those are code segment, data segment, stack segment, extra segment. So depending upon our applications, a memory may have 4 data segments or 5 code segments, 3 stack segments or 4 extra segments, like that. Depending upon our application, depending upon the data or code size, we can use the number of segment size, data, code, extra, stack segments. So the complete 1 megabyte memory can be divided into 16 segments, each of having 64 kilobyte size. So the address of these segments may be assigned from 0000H to F000. That means the first segment may have 00000 to 0FFFF. Next segment may start from 10000, 1FFFF. It is completely 5 bits. I am saying that is these 5 bits are nothing but actually hexadecimal. Actually it is having 20 bits, but we can represent in the form of hexadecimal for ease of writing, for ease of remembering. So like that, the complete physical memory is starting from the 00000H to FFFFH. So these are divided into different segments. For example, 9th segment may start from 80000H to 8FFFF. Actually these segments are having different types. Again, linear segmentation, that is overlapping, non-overlapping segmentation. which I already discussed. Okay, so but this 8386 microprocessor consisting of only 16-bit registers. All types of registers are used to hold only 16-bit data. That may be general purpose registers, segment, pointers, index, everything that can be used to hold the only 16 data. But if you want to access, if you want to locate a particular physical memory which is having 20-bit address, it is not possible to locate by using to access by using a single register. So that's why we are having some physical memory calculations. So for that purpose, we are having some segment registers. The segment registers are used to hold the upper 16 bits of the starting segment of that particular memory location. For example, we are having otherwise just we are having some data that is stored from the 23456H. That means this address is fall into a memory segment whose starting address is 20000H to FFFFH. So the actual physical address is 23456H, but in order to hold this address, no register is ready to hold that one. Why? Because the registers are only 16 bit. So that's why there are some registers called segment registers. The segment registers are used to hold the upper 16 bits of the starting address of the segment. So what is the starting address of that segment? That is 20000H. So what is upper 16 segments? That is upper 16 bits, that is 2000. So if it is a data, that is a data segment, then there is a segment is called data segment register that can hold 2000H, that is a 16-bit address. That is called a segment address. The complete physical memory is divided into two parts, that is segment address and offset address. So the remaining, the actual what is the distance from this starting address of the segment to that one, that is 23456. That is distance is 3456H. So that 3456H is the offset address. So that there is another registers called offset registers that can hold this 23456H. So again we are having some calculations in the BIU, bus interfacing unit of the 8086 microprocessor, which we have discussed in the architecture, that is used to calculate the actual address. By using these two 16-bit address, segment address, offset address can be converted into 20-bit physical address. So what is the process? The process, for example, if the code segment register, we are discussing about a memory location in the code segment. The code segment register contains 2500H, or it holds the 2500H, and instruction pointer, that is acting as an offset register, that holds 95F3H. Then how we are going to calculate, how we are going to convert the 16-bit offset and segment address into 20-bit physical address. First what we have to do is, first we have to shift the content of code segment by 1 digit in hexadecimal, or 4 digits in binary, or simply otherwise you can go for multiply with 10. So if you are going to shift 1 digit in hexadecimal, this 2500 becomes 25000. So this result should be added to the offset address. Here the offset address is, that is IP contains 95F3. Therefore after adding this, if you go for calculations, addition, and finally we are getting 2EF3H. 2EF3H, that is the physical address. So in the similar way we are having so many segments, we have to calculate the physical address. So actually there are segment registers that are used to hold the segment address, and some offset registers that may be sometimes general purpose register acting as offset registers, and some separate sometimes there is separate register called as pointer registers that can hold the offset address. So generally there is some association between the pointers and segment registers. Always the instruction pointer registers are associated with the code segment. What is the code? Code is nothing but programs. What is the program? It is a group of instructions. So like that, this instruction pointer registers contains the offset address in the code segment where the segment address is told by the CS register. The similar way for data segment register, base pointer register is associated. For stack pointer, stack segment. So like this, code segment is associated with the instruction pointer, data segment is associated with the base pointer, stack segment associated with the stack pointer. So actually we have already discussed about all these parts, all these topics in the previous classes. Now actually we will go for the physical memory organization. So whatever we have discussed up till now, that is logical only. Logically 8086 microprocessor consisting of 1 megabyte, each location consisting of or can hold 1 byte data. Logically it is available as single 1 megabyte memory, but physically this is not the case. Physically this particular 1 megabyte is nothing but 1024 kilobytes. You cannot say that 1024 kilobytes. These 1024 kilobytes memory locations are divided into two banks. Those are called as odd bank and even bank. Each of having 512k bytes addressed in parallel by the processor. In the previous case we are saying that only 1 megabyte in a single, but that is having 1 megabyte, that is 1 megabyte into 8 memory chunk. That means each location can store the 1 byte wide, that is the 8-bit data. But physically this 1 megabyte is divided into or is available in two 512k bytes banks. We call as two separate banks. One is called as odd bank, other one is called as even bank. Odd bank and even bank. So the byte data, whatever the data you want to access, that may be access means you can write the data onto the memory or you can read the data from the memory. So if the byte data with an even address, the byte data which is having or which is stored at even address, that may be even address nothing but 0000, next 00002, 00004, finally maybe FFFFE. Whereas odd address means 00001, 00003, 00005, finally FFFFH. So the byte data with an even address is transferred through a lower data bus that is called a D0 to D7. Lower data bus D0 to D7 bus, D7 data bus, while data with odd address, that is for even address. Okay. Whereas the data with an odd address, that is 00001, 3, 5, last point FFF, like this, that is transferred on D15 to D18 data bus, that is higher order data bus. That means the byte which is located in even data, that will be transferred on lower data bus, that is D0 to D7. The byte with odd address, that is transferred on higher data bus, that is D8 to D15. So how we have to select? So for that purpose, the microprocessor provides two enable signals. Those are called as bus I enable, BHE bar, which actually already we have discussed in the pin description. BHE bar, nothing but bus I enable. This is used to select the even data bank, even address bus, even bank. The BHE bar is used to select the higher data bus, that is for odd bank, whereas for A0, that is for selecting the even bank. So what is A naught actually? So actually the address bus contains 20 bits. Those are A0, A1, A2 up to A19. You can say that A19 is the MSB bit, A0 is the LSB bit. If A0, that is having 0, the LSB is 0, you can say that it is even. If that LSB is 1, you can say that that address is odd. So that's why if A0 is 1, that is an odd address. A0 is 0, that is even address. Okay, in order to select a even address, A0 must be 0. So like that, there are two enable signals. Those are bus I enable and A naught. These are used for selection of either even address bank or odd address bank, or both even and odd address banks. So if you observe this is actually memory organization physically in 8086. So this is actually logically it is available as single 1 megabyte, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to FFFFH. Whereas but logically, this is addressed by A0 to A19, and data which is 8 bit, that is transferred by D0 to D7, but actually physically that is divided into two banks, even bank and odd bank, even bank and odd bank. So the data onto the even bank is transferred through a data bus D0 to D7, and data to the odd bank is transferred through the D8 to D15, that is the higher order data bus. So here we are having the two enabled signals, A0 for selection of even address bank, BHE bar for selection of odd address bank. So the address available are, remaining address are A1 to A19. So totally 20 bit address, 1 bit is here A0, so that is used for selection of even address bank. So once we will see, if BHE bar is 0 and A bar is 0. What is BHE bar? That is active low signal. When BHE bar is 0, that is low signal, that odd address bank is also enabled. A0 is 0, that's why even bank address is selected. So both the banks are selected, that is nothing but word. We have to access a word whose address starts from the even address. Okay, if BHE bar is 0 and A0 equal to 1, BHE bar is 0, that is active low, therefore even byte only. Whereas A0 is 1 is nothing but this is not selected, even address is not selected. So then odd byte, that means we have to store the data whose address is odd address. If BHE bar is 1, A0 is 0. As we know that A0 is 0 nothing but that can select the even address bank. BHE bar is 1 is nothing but that disable the odd address bank, so that we are going to access a byte with even address. Similarly, if both are 1, none of the data. So there are actually three types of data. One is a byte with an even address, a byte with an odd address, and a word with both even as well as odd address bank. So and again in the word we are having the two types, alignment word, misalignment word. So that we will discuss later. In this topic only we will discuss about what is a misalignment word and alignment word. So general alignment word will take only one bus cycle. Misalignment word will take the two bus cycles for accessing. So once again just we will go for that one. The complete 1 megabyte memory location is divided into two banks, odd bank and even bank, each of having the 512k bytes. So the byte, in order to select this odd, even or either both, there are two enable signals are available. Those are BHE bar and A0. BHE bar is used to select or enable odd address bank. A0 is used to enable even address bank. Okay, the byte with an even address is transferred on the lower data bus, that is D0 to D7. The byte with odd address is transferred on higher data bus, that is D8 to D15. Okay, so for that actually when BHE bar is 0, A0 is 0, that is a word, that means both the banks are selected and whose address starting from the even address, and BHE bar is 0 and A0 is 1. When A0 is 1, that disables the even address bank, so that is a byte from the odd, that is odd byte, odd address byte. 1 0, BHE bar is 1, that disables the odd address bank. 0 is nothing but A0 0 is nothing but that enables the even address bank, that is even byte. When both are 1 1, none of the data is accessed. So if you observe here also, BHE bar 0 is used to select the odd address bank, which you can store the 8-bit data, that is 8-bit memory. A0 equal to, when A0 equal to 0, that can select the even address bank, that is also used to store the 8-bit memory. So once again you can observe, for this even address, the lower byte data is used for transferring the data, and for this higher order byte, that is the DI to D15 is used. So this is actually physical memory organization of 8086 microprocessor. So there are 4 different cases that happens during accessing the data. So generally the 8086 microprocessor can perform some operations on a byte data or word data. Byte data, that is nothing but 8 bits, word is nothing but 16 bits, that is 2 bytes. Already I have told in the last classes, there are different concepts, that is a bit is nothing but only one digit, binary digit 1. There are 4 bits, that is called as nibble. 8 bits is called as a byte, and 2 bytes or 16 bits nothing but a word. 2 bytes are nothing but a word. So in this, there are 4 different cases that happens during accessing of data. That maybe case 1, we can access a byte of data with an even address. Sometimes we need to access a data with even address, that is case 1, we will see what happens. The case 2, we need to access the data with an odd address. Case 3, a word whose address starts at even address, from even it starts. That means lower byte is available at the even address, higher byte is available at odd address. So that is another third case. In the fourth case, a word of data with lower byte is available at odd address, higher byte is available at even address. That is called as misaligned word and term, misaligned word. So that we'll see. So first case we'll see. When a byte of data at an even address such as X is to be accessed. For example, so these are the 2 chunks, that is the 2 memory banks. This is even bank and odd bank. So now I want to access data X, that may be some, that is 8-bit data. For example, your data is 1 2 3 4, that is 1 2 or X, you can assume 1 2 is nothing but that is hexadecimal, 1 2 is nothing but that is 8-bit. So 8-bit data that I can call as some data at an address X. Always I am saying that X is even, Y is even, Z is even. X plus 1, Y plus 1, that is nothing but odd address. So I want to access a data that maybe we have to transfer the data onto the even address, that is X, or we want to read the data from the even address X. So we have to access this one. So what is this address, what is this bank? That is the even address bank. So that A0 should be low, that is logic. A0 is set to logic 0 to enable low bank of memory, and it is only byte. We don't want another bank, so that in order to disable the BHE, in order to disable the odd address bank, BHE is set to logic 1. That is the BHE bar. When it is high, that is inactive. So the BHE is set to logic 1 to disable the high bank. So by putting BHE equal to 1, A0 equal to 0, we can enable the even address bank, and then through this data bus D0 to D7, this data which is located in the X address is accessed. That is the first case when we want to access a byte of data with even address. Whereas second case, a byte of data at an odd address, that is maybe X plus 1 is to be accessed. So where is the X plus 1 address, that is odd address, is at the odd bank. So where the data to be transferred through higher data bus, that is D8 to D15, so that in order to enable this odd address, BHE bar should be 0, and in order to disable, A0 should be 1. So that's why A0 is set to logic 1 to disable this low bank, that is called as even bank, and BHE is set to logic 0 to enable the I bank. So by enabling these two enable signals, by setting these two signals, BHE bar equal to 0, A0 equal to 1, we can enable the only even address bank, and through this A1 to A19 the address of the data, that is x plus 1, is located, and from that by using this data bus we can access the data. We can write or we can read the data. So first, that is A0 equal to already 1, that is almost it's saying that it is even address. So the remaining A2 to A19 that can specify this particular address. So this is the second case when a byte of data with an odd address. For that we need only odd address bank. We have to enable. So that's why BHE bar should be 0 and A0. Why? Because we have to disable the lower bank. That's why A0 equal to 1. And third case, when a word of data at even address, that is nothing but when, for example, we are going to access a data that is 1, 2, 3, 4 H. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not 4, that is 4 into 4, that is 16. H is not hexadecimal, so 16 bit data. So in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4 is the higher byte, 1, 2 is the lower byte. So 1, 2 can be stored, that is lower byte is stored in even address as per this one, that is 1, 2 is stored at the even address, and 3, 4, that is the higher data is stored at the odd address bank. If the data address is starting with even address, then that is called as aligned word. So it requires only one bus cycle. So for that, in order to select the both the required, that is 1, 2 is stored in the lower bank and 3, 4 is stored in the higher bank, that is the even bank and odd bank. So we need to enable both. So for that, A0 should be 0, is set to logic 0 to enable low bank of memory, and BHE bar should be 0, set to logic 0 to enable the high bank, that is odd bank. So by putting these signals, both the address bus can access both the locations at a time, and by using this lower data bus D0 D7, the lower byte, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and higher byte, that is 1, 2, through this DI to D15 can be accessed. Here we are having the word of data, that is 16 bit data with starting address is even, that is lower byte is stored at the even address, higher byte is stored at the odd address. Then only one bus cycle is enough, just by selecting the A0 is set to 0 and BHE bar is set to 0. But there is another fourth case where when a word of data at odd, that means the lower byte is stored at odd address, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 that is 3, 4 is stored at odd bank, that is some x plus 1, and 1, 2, that is the higher byte, that is stored at the next of the, that is the even bank, that is y plus x plus 1, then other may be some x plus 2 or y, or you can say that is x plus 2. But if both are aligned same address, that is 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 1, we can access with a single byte, in a single cycle. 1, 0, 1 single cycle we can access, 2, 3 single cycle. But if you want to access the data which is stored at the first byte, lower byte is stored at what you call as some 5, which is hard, and other one is at 6. So 4, 5 can access at a time, but 5, 6 cannot be accessed. So 5 we have required one cycle, and for accessing the other 6, that is even address, we can require another bus cycle. So first what can is first data, that is the lower byte data is stored at odd address, so that we have to select this odd address bank. For that, BHE bar should be equal to 0 to enable the high bank, and whereas A0 equal to 1 to disable the odd bank. So that during this cycle, the first byte of the word which is stored at odd address is transferred through a data bus, that is higher data bus D8 to D15. That is the first bus cycle, and it requires another bus cycle where the higher byte, that may be 3, 4 or something you are saying, that we can say that is stored at the next odd address. So for that it requires another cycle. So that here we have to enable the even address bank, so that A0 should be equal to 0 and BHE bar should be equal to 1 to disable the I bank. So by selecting that, the next even address is selected. After the XPS 1 we have to select the XPS 2, and then by using this A1 to A19 the address is selected, and we can access the data by using this lower data bus D0 to D7. So this is the 4 cases, and the last one is a word whose address starts at odd. So that is called as misalignment word, which required the 2 bus cycles. So with this we have completed the physical memory organization of 8086 microprocessor. Just listen once again, this will have the review. Logically, the 8086 microprocessor can access 1 megabyte memory location. So logically we can say that it is only a single chunk, but physically the complete 1 megabyte memory location is divided into 2 banks, odd bank and even bank. Odd bank can use it to access by using the higher data bus D8 to D15. Even bank can use it to access by using the lower data bus D0 to D7. In order to select this odd bank or even bank or both, the microprocessor provides 2 enable signals, that is BHE bar and A0. BHE nothing but bus I enable. This is the BHE bar complement. It is active low signal. Whenever it is 0, that selects the high bank, that is the odd bank. So A0 is 0, that is nothing but even, that can select the what is called as even bank. So there are 3 cases of accessing, 4 cases. Those 4 cases are a byte with an even address, a byte with an odd address, a word with an even address, a word with odd address. So first case, a byte with an even address, that means the data is stored in, the 8-bit data is stored at even address bank, so that A0 should be equal to 0, BHE bar equal to 1. So by putting like that, we can select the first, we can enable the only even bank. So next, through the D0 to D7 lower data bus, the data can be accessed. The second case, with an odd address, then we need to enable only odd bank. So for that, A0 is equal to 1, BHE bar equal to 0. So by using that A1 to A19, the particular memory location can be located, and the data can be accessed through the D8 to D15. Next, a word, that is 16-bit data to be accessed with lower byte is stored at even address, higher byte is stored at the odd address. Then we need to select the both banks at a time. We can select, that is within a single cycle we can complete the accessing. So that A0 should be equal to 0, BH is set to 0, and by using A1 to A19, the 2 addresses can be located, and through D0 to D7 lower by data, D8 to D15 higher by data, so that can be accessed. Whereas in order to access the word, with lower byte is stored at odd address, higher byte is stored at even address, so it requires 2 bus cycles. With the first bus cycle, the odd byte of the word is to be addressed, so that BHE bar equal to 0, A0 equal to 1, and then the data can be accessed to the higher data bus, that is D8 to D15. And next, during the second bus cycle, the odd byte of the word, that is the upper byte or higher byte, so that can be accessed by selecting the A0 equal to 0, BHE bar equal to 1, and by using A1 to A19, that address can be accessed or located, and through this lower data bus D0 to D7, that can be accessed. So this is the physical memory organization and how the data can be accessed. So in the next class we will go for the second part of the 8086, that is the first unit, where we are going to discuss about the programming part. that is the what are different addressing modes, what are different instruction sets, that we are going to see in the next class. So with this I am going to conclude the class here. We will see